Hello, my friend. If you are looking for a film that shows wife affair movies, in this video we will recommend wife affair movies, so check it out. Number 1. Lethal Seduction, 2015.
Is that her little boy?
I'm sorry, do you work here?
Mark, a high school senior, never thinks about his widowed mother, Tanya, who is overprotective and a good son to him as he prepares to go to Princeton in the fall. One day, he goes to a hardware store where he meets an attractive middle-aged widow, Carissa, who convinces him to come fix the bathroom in her house. He seduces her, and they have sex. As he falls under the spell of this greedy, manipulative woman, he finds himself caught between two powerful and unreasonable women, one of whom is crazy. After learning that Carissa's ex-husband was found dead in her home, Tanya visits Carissa to make changes, but Carissa rejects her and threatens to convince Mark to do whatever he wants, including cutting Tanya out of his life. Number 2. A Bigger Splash, 2015.
Meet Marianne and Paul.
Oh, I should have known you'd bring a protege.
I'm his daughter.
The film focuses on the vacation of a famous rock star, Marianne Lane, who is recovering from throat surgery on a small sunny island in Italy called Pantelleria. Marianne was accompanied by her partner, Paul De Smet, a filmmaker who supported her in the recovery process. Their peace is disturbed by the unexpected arrival of Marianne's former lover and music producer, Harry Hawks, who brings with him his recently discovered daughter, Penelope Lanier. The energetic and charismatic Harry is a stark contrast to the more reserved Marianne and Paul, and his presence begins to reveal hidden tensions. As these four characters interact, old loves and rivalries resurface, creating a complex web of emotional conflict. This beautiful backdrop sets the stage for jealousy, desire, and dark secrets that slowly unfold. The tension between these characters escalates until finally reaching a dramatic and unexpected climax. Number 3. The Image of You, 2024.
A little freaky. You know that she can never satisfy you.
When Anna meets a stock trader, she thinks he's perfect, but her identical twin sister Zoe doesn't believe it, so she's determined to find out the truth about him. Identical twins Anna and Zoe find their bond tested by Anna's new love, Nick. As trusting Anna falls in love, her skeptical sister Zoe senses a web of deception. But as Zoe searches for the truth, they all get caught up in a dangerous game where honesty could have fatal consequences. As the dynamic between these two brothers changes, family secrets will be revealed, lies will be revealed, and the devastating truth about the twins will change their lives forever. Number 4. Infidelity in Suburbia, 2017.
You are so beautiful, Laura.
Thank you, Elliot.
Married for almost 10 years, Laura and Greg Halpern still love each other but seem out of sync on many things. From parenting their 7-year-old son, Jamie, to spending wise priorities, Laura wants a new kitchen, while Greg focuses on which Laura considers to be the money pit of their sailboat, until Laura believes that Greg spends too much time at work. Mira, Laura's married friend, opens up to her about the fact that she is willing to have an affair with Elliot, but despite finding him attractive, Laura remains committed to her marriage vows with Greg despite the problems. Laura turns to Elliot for emotional support, who in turn offers himself sexually to her. In the process of Laura trying to figure out what to do about Greg and Elliot, she is unaware that Elliot has a troubled past. Because of this, all of the Halperns and anyone close to them may be in danger at Elliot's hands if Laura ends up turning away to him. Number 5. Mea Culpa, 2024.
Paintings.
Is enough to bury your ass.
You can do it, don't you know?
Mea Harper, a defense attorney in Chicago, faces a personal crisis with her philandering husband, Cal, and domineering mother-in-law, Azalia. When his brother-in-law, Ray Hawthorne, an assistant district attorney, files a capital murder case against Zaire Malloy, a local artist, Zaire approaches Mea to defend him, claiming that Ray has a personal grudge against him. Mea begins to investigate the case and finds evidence that seems strong but doubtful. Zaire insists that he was set up, and the situation becomes increasingly complicated as the professional relationship between Mea and Zaire develops into a personal one. Cal and Azalea strongly oppose Mia's involvement because they are afraid of the impact this scandal will have on the family, especially because Ray is running for mayor. Mia's investigation uncovered inconsistencies in the prosecution's case, including questionable forensic evidence and questionable video. Meanwhile, her marriage to Cal deteriorates due to increasing financial and emotional problems. Mia also discovers that Cal and Azalea have been hiding important information to manipulate her. Number 6. Vernost, 2019. At the age of 30, Lena was able to achieve good results in her life. She works as an obstetrician-gynecologist. Colleagues respect him, and happy patients try to express their gratitude. His personal life is also developing quite well. Her husband Sergei works as an actor in a drama theater, shows concern, and does not interfere in affairs. But recently he began to notice serious changes in his behavior. Another fact is that they don't have sex. One day, she read one of her husband's text messages. She was convinced he was cheating on her. At one point, she could not stand it, and in revenge had an affair with a little-known man. For him, a new world suddenly opens up, full of extraordinary passions and emotions, which he uses for his emotional state. But constant betrayal becomes an integral part of a double life. Number 7. In der Falle, 2015. Simone Carstensen Kleibach has everything she could hope for in life. A supportive husband, to whom she has been married for almost 20 years, a daughter, and great success in her work. But the pressure to be perfect in all these roles increasingly drained him. When she gets to know Leon on holiday, sparks fly between them. And even though Simone never imagined something like this could happen, she begins to tease Leon. Returning to Hamburg with her family, she suddenly receives a photo of Leon and herself that could jeopardize her marriage and professional standing. But who took these photos, and what did the sender hope to achieve? Is it blackmail? When things start to get out of control, Simone does everything she can to protect her family. If you are looking for a film that shows husband cheating with foreign woman movies, in this video, we will recommend Husband Cheating with Foreign Woman Movies, so check it out. Number 7. Crazy Stupid Love, 2011.
It just shows how broken we are, and how much really...
It begins with Cal Weaver, a middle-aged man being told by his wife of nearly 25 years, Emily, that she has been cheating on him with a co-worker, David Lindhagen, and wants a divorce. Plus, Emily filed for divorce from Cal, which made him even more devastated. Cal didn't think that Emily, who was his true love and soulmate, would have the heart to dump him. An established life, having perfect children and a big house, for Cal are more than enough things to strengthen the foundation of their love. But for Emily, that wasn't enough. In the midst of his turmoil, Cal was repeatedly seen spending time at the bar to vent all his disappointment. This condition makes Jacob Palmer also concerned. As a playboy, it was not difficult for Jacob to look attractive in front of women and ask the women he met one by one on dates. This ability is what he wants to pass on to Cal so that his friend can move on. Starting with improving Cal's physical appearance, which was considered too old-fashioned, then Jacob also taught Cal how to talk to women so he didn't look boring. While his father is struggling to let go of his dependence on his mother, Cal's son, Robbie, is also struggling to get love from his soulmate who is also his caregiver, Jessica. Unbeknownst to Robbie, it turns out that Jessica also likes someone older than her, namely her father, Cal. Number 6. Breathe In, 2013.
Everybody, this is Sophie Williams. She's a stage student from the UK.
Keith Reynolds is a middle-aged man who works as a music teacher in a small town. 18 years ago, Keith left his career as a musician in New York after the birth of his daughter, Lauren. It turns out that this decision caused disappointment in Keith's heart. He felt like his life was getting stuck in place. In order to get rid of this feeling, he started taking part in a side job as a cellist in an orchestra. Keith felt increasingly pressured when his wife, Megan, did not support his desire to become a musician. One day, the Reynolds family welcomed Sophie, who would stay at their house for 6 months. The student from England managed to attract Keith's attention because they both had an interest in music. This is where Keith and Sophie's relationship began to develop. The two spend time together without Megan knowing. Feeling that Sophie understands his dreams better than Megan, Keith plans to ask her to leave the house. Lauren, who was suspicious of her father's movements, began to find out what Sophie wanted. Number 5, Last Night, 2010.
Alex, I can't believe this.
Do you have time for me later?
Yeah.
The story begins with Joanna and Michael attending a work party. Joanna notices that Michael seems close to his attractive co-worker, Laura. Feeling suspicious and a little jealous, Joanna confronts Michael about his relationship with Laura, but Michael assures her that there is nothing between them. The next day, Michael goes on a business trip with Laura, leaving Joanna in New York City. As Michael and Laura spend time together on the trip, the chemistry between them grows, leading to flirtation and emotional tension. Meanwhile, Joanna accidentally meets her ex-boyfriend, Alex. As they talk and catch up, old feelings resurface, and Joanna finds herself drawn to Alex, who apparently still has feelings for her. Number 4, Eperdumont, 2016.
Je sais pas, c'est pas mon métier. Moi, ce qui m'importe, c'est que ça se passe bien ici.
Already imprisoned for 4 years, rebellious teenager Anna Amari is transferred to a women's penitentiary, where from the start, she will attract the attention of Jean Firmino, the director of the detention center. But even though Jean is twice Anna's age, in a seemingly good marriage with a young daughter and a good job, her dangerous and powerful obsession with a stuffy convict will soon drag them both into an all-consuming and passionate love affair. Trapped behind thick prison walls, Jean will do everything to snatch a fleeting moment with the object of her desire, taking ever greater risks despite gossip and the consequences. Under such circumstances, was there any future in their frivolous affairs? Number 3, Dream Chill, 2020.
Je suis enceinte.
Francois is a talented woodworker and lives a quiet life in a small village in France with his wife, Noémie. They are a seemingly happy couple, but there is one thing that is holding them back. They are struggling with infertility. The inability to have children strains their relationship, and feelings of sadness and frustration begin to destroy the harmony of their household. Francois' obsession with becoming a father increasingly dominates his mind. In desperation, he has an affair with Patricia, a woman who also lives in the village. When Patricia becomes pregnant, Francois is overcome by confusion and guilt. On the one hand, he feels a responsibility to be faithful to his wife. However, on the other hand, the desire to become a father, which had not been realized until now, began to dominate him. As Patricia's pregnancy progresses, Francois becomes increasingly obsessed with the idea of becoming a father, which leads him to make increasingly dangerous and irrational decisions. This obsession undermines his morality, and he begins to take high-risk and unpredictable actions in order to fulfill his deep desires.